Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. The teams then, Torino against Lazio. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I've got to go for the powerful Bafétimbi Gomis. He may not be an example of technical perfection, but his robust style helps him to get the job done by sheer force at times, and he'll plough through most defences.
Okay, interesting. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Gomis. Torino must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on, a very difficult spell.
Boateng looking up to see who wants it. And the finish! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path. Sometimes that's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
Torino were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Iago Falque looks to thread it through. Gomis brings it forward. Gomis goes for goal! Aimed long and direct. Nelson Oliveira. Oliveira. And it's Nelson Oliveira. Chipped through. Now it's El Shaarawy. Oliveira with a shot! Goal! Torino! And Torino take the lead. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Nani. Aimed in towards the centre. Tries to get it forward quickly. Nani with it, up to meet it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Grealish has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. And it's El Shaarawy. Now the pass. A story knocks it away. Shot a goal! Just a whisker away. Story. Boateng. Good chance. Boateng! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Massive leap! Gets good distance on it. In comes the cross.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. El Shaarawy, who does have an assist to his name. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. El Shaarawy. Nani with good energy in defence as well.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Oh, good interception. Bashta. Boateng. Rincon. Lazio are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Boateng. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Charges in. It's come loose. Boateng with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
It opened up really nicely when the defence got all tentative then. They were cautious in making contact, but safe in numbers.
Gourcuff. And it's Nelson Oliveira. Nelson Oliveira spreads it towards the left. Nani absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Looks to... He's gone for it! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. And the whistle goes for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Start of the second half.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
Lazio contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Boateng. De Michelis. Basta. Now it's Nani. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Grealish plays it forward. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. He knows what's coming. A second yellow and he's off. Looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. And it's Iago Falque. Gourcuff tries to dink it in. He's made sure that that won't get through. Boateng. It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
To Michelis. Lazio still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Boateng. Basta. Grealish. Al-Sharawi. Into the channel. Grealish delivers. Shapes the shoots. Just too much. Fractions.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Boateng. Your impression so far, Jim?
Lazio are now matching their opponents blow for blow, despite the scoreline. No shrinking violets out there.
Nelson Oliveira passes it through. He's got away. Time to deliver. Gets up to head it! Pugh. Ball's out on the left now. And it's Gomes. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Gomes is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Tries a through ball. Gourcuff. Played out to the wing. Iago Falque with the ball through. Oliveira. Looks like a good ball through. Can he deliver? And it's been given away. Gourcuff. Grealish. Hits one! Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Up for the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Deftly done. Now it's Gomes. Referee's given a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Basta. He's got the ball glued to his feet.
Lazio are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
He's left his man.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Basta. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It's being played forward.
Well, we don't need to guess that they expect plenty of ball into the box.
Yeah, it's quite a crowd scene in the middle now.
Well, it's a situation that requires resilience now and plenty of fighting spirit. It has to be matched.
Going for goal! Yes!
Unbelievable.
They have stolen level at the last! Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Lazio, their final change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. He becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
So all square with almost no time remaining. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Pew. Hernandez. And it's Pew. Receives it from behind. Beautifully done. Pew. Here it comes. He's there to get rid. He's gone for it! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, nobody is totally satisfied, but it was a more than decent game, a super watch, and it ends in a draw. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Lazio certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So, a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. And our live game is Lazio against Fiorentina. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
The action has already started. Just brushed off the ball there. He's through, now is he in? Plays it out to the wing. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Massive leap! Harmlessly behind.
Good play all round. He was well hustled and still got a shot away.
Passes it through. And a shot! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Goalkeeper's ball. Bedell gets it back. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And he has been fouled there. Up for a header! Keeper beats it away. Good delivery, no joy.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Brings it forward. He's off on a marauding run. Felipe Anderson. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Can he put it away? Lazio looking really energetic early on. It is a high press. Looks to slip it through. Gomes. Long and high towards the flank. Felipe Anderson looking to get on the end of this. Felipe Anderson. He's onside. Felipe Anderson with a beautifully timed run. Get the pass he's looking for. Bedell. Now he's wondering who wants it. Adrian Silva. Felipe Anderson. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Felipe Anderson. Going through. Chance. Felipe Anderson.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Story battles to win it back. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. And it's Hetamai. Shoots! Lacking in accuracy. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Get that clear. No goals as yet. Silva goes on a charge down the left. Forward it goes. Chip through. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Aimed long and direct. Big chance! Hetamai. It's bounced out!
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Hetamai plays it forward. Oh, he's broken through. Tries a through ball. Shot at goal! The ball's loose, and he's after it. Heads it! Goal! Fiorentina! A goal at a really telling moment. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Fiorentina take the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Basta. He's put it on the right now. What's on? Iñigo battles to win it back. And we've reached half-time. Well, there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Here we go again then.
Lazio don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Lobs it in gently. Adrian Silva. Swung over over into the middle.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Digne. Hetamai. Out for a throw. Story. Adrian Silva. Decent progress down the left. Felipe Anderson. Lovely feet. He's got away. Has a swing at it. And it's hoisted clear.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And it's Gomis. That intervention was very necessary. Tries lifting it over. He's left it. He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of a lot of things, hasn't he? Mostly good, I should add.
Now it's Gomis. Oh, that's a waste. Badal. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Lazio are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Gomis. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Badal. Adrian Silva goes looking. Out to the left it goes. Going through. He wasn't very far. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Gets it upfield. Just brushed off the ball there. Talk about singling someone out.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
There will be a throw-in. Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Lazio making 2 changes as we speak.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
He's a clever pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Tries to stroke it through. Shapes the shoots. It's a goal!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Lazio are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
I think this is going to add an entirely different dimension to their attack now. They've got the physical presence, they've got a real aerial threat, and it looks more promising from here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Surely a shot!
Fiorentina showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Great ball. Boca Boston! He's done very well to get to that.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Up to meet it! Header! Goal! Fiorentina! And surely that's the winner! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Fiorentina take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Tries to get it forward
Fiorentina
quickly.
probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Now the pass. Big chance. He's had a go. It's there. They have stolen level at the last. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Hetemai.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
So that's it. It is all over. Lazio have been held here, and that means they'll have to do it away. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And here we have Fiorentina against Lazio. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
So off we go then. Lazio come here after a draw in front of their own fans, and any win here will carry them into the semi-final. Hetamai tries lifting it over. Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Hernandez. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Going through. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. Hetamai. And it's Digne. Now the pass. He's had a go! It's a throw in. Boateng. Gomes. Over to the left. Felipe Anderson is desperately calling for it out wide. It's got through and he's there to hoof it away.
Gomes really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Up he gets! Goal! Lazio! And they have an aggregate lead. Great header, made it look easy.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Lazio take the lead and take charge of the tie. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Patel. Now can he... And the finish! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Felipe Anderson. He's on a run down the left wing. Where to from here? Now it's Felipe Anderson. Tries to get it forward quickly. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Aimed low and direct. He's got away. Heads it! No mistake! And they are disappearing out of sight.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Lazio take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Steered out wide. Forward it goes. Well, they can break here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Long and high towards the flank. Good ball. Felipe Anderson tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And he's on his way. Here it is, big chance. Dispatched clinically.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Fiorentina get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Hernandez. Lazio are leading with half-time drawing close. Could move up a gear here. Shot at goal! And he's there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
He's left his man. He's gone for it! It's in! 2 to the good! They have breathing space! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then, because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Lazio take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. There is the half-time whistle.
Well, every time they've gone through the gears, Peter, they've looked like scoring. So provided they can stay well clear of the handbrake, they ought to be completely out of sight fairly soon.
Lazio are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. The second half gets underway. Felipe Anderson. It's a great overlap from left back. Felipe Anderson, he's got away. Felipe Anderson, he's had a shot! And more, and more, and more! And surely that settles it! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Lazio grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And he's surging through. Goalkeeper's ball. He's got it on the right now. What's on? Looks to slip it through. Now it's Gomi. He'll have a dip! It's being played forward. There really wasn't very much in that. Not far away from being a telling final ball.
Fiorentina just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
Another chance from a corner. Great leap! This could fall anywhere. Quick ball forward. Well, that's where he wants it. It could be in here. Passes it through. Forward it goes. Looking to break out here. Looks like a good ball through. Going through. Felipe Anderson. Felipe Anderson. Oh, full-blooded challenge, and it had to be. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Played towards the front men. Oh, good interception. And it's Gomis. Tries a through ball. Fiorentina have just about everyone back and central.
Yeah, clearly they're trying to show strength to what the opposition have seen as a weakness.
It's a safety-first approach. He's gone for it! It's there! Well, there was to be no other outcome. Fiorentina give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side, chipped through, and it's the goalkeepers to claim. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Crunching tackle. Passes it through. Pugh, a real chance to break. He's left his man. Pugh. Corner. Fiorentina look as though they're about to make a change.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's the big...
Massive leap! He's done very to that.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Fiorentina couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Looks to clip it forward. Pugh. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Can he finish? It's in!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Lazio, their final change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Lazio blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Out to the flank. Done very well to intervene. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Drives it towards the front. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. With a delicate ball. The final 5 minutes. Nani hurtling down that right flank. Nani! Great football, shot and save. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's
in for a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Spreads it wide. It's a goal kick. So, the manager making the last of his changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Pugh. Now the pass. It's a good-looking cross. Up to meet it! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Lazio through to the last 4. Just 2 more steps now. They have got a crack at it. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Lazio just seem to be one of those sides that thrives on adversity. The tougher it gets, the more they come through.